everyone. We are Group 8 and today we will present three insect order under the superorder Neuropterida. First is Neuroptera, Megaloptera, and Rapidioptera. In this report, we will explain their meanings, appearance, wings, mouthparts, and example. The first order is Neuroptera. So, the name Neuroptera comes from the Greek word neuron, means nerve, and pteron means wing, referring to the net-like venation in their wings. So, the name reflects the intricate network of veins present in the wings of these insects, which is a key characteristic of the group. Type of development or metamorphosis. So, Neuropterans undergo complete metamorphosis with distinct larval, pupal, and adult stages. So, the larvae are often predatory with specialized mouthparts for capturing prey. So, they then pupate before emerging as adults. So, larvae, pupa, adult. So, the larvae usually eat other small insects. So, nagakaon daw sila o gagmay nga mga insects. So, then turn into a pupa and later become adult. So, naga-follow na po na siya sa first is larva, so the pupa and the adult. Antenna type. So, the antenna, Neuropterans typically have long, multi-segmented antenna that are filiform in shape. So, the antenna are used for sensing the environment, including detecting potential mates or prey. So, there are generally no significant difference in antenna type between sexes. Mouth parts. So, the mouth parts is in adult Neuropterans, they possess chewing mouth parts. Though, is the some species, they are produced or non-functional as adults may not feed. So, the components is include mandibles and maxillae used for grasping and chewing. So, lahi po ang adult Neuropterans o immature Neuropterans. So, the immature Neuropterans, the larvae have specialized piercing, sucking mouthparts to feed on their prey. So, their mandibles and maxillae are modified to form suckle-shaped structures that can pierce and extract food for their prey. So, the larval mouthparts are significantly different from the adult mouthparts, reflecting the different feedings habits of the larval and adult stages. So, the mouthparts daw, they have adults and larvae. So, the adults have chewing mouthparts, but some adults don't really eat. So, ang mga adult daw, dili gyud na siya nagakaon. So, the larvae have sharp, piercing mouthparts to stab and suck juice from their prey. So, the larvae's mouthparts are very different from adults because they eat differently. So, the last is wings. So, they have two pairs of wings, front ug ang back. So, both pairs are 10 o pareho daw, pairs are thin, clear, and filled with many veins, giving a net-like look. So both pairs look almost the same and are used for flying. No special changes or modification in other pair. So, ang wings, first pair of wings, the forewing are membranous, are similar in size and shape to the hind wings. They have extensive venation, giving them a net-like appearance. The position of these wings is long along the body. Functionally, they are are used for flight. So second pair of wings, the hind wings are also membranous with similar structure to the forewings. Structure densibination, no special modification are present.
Megaloptera. Megaloptera, commonly known as alderflies and dobsonflies, are an order of aquatic insects that are obtained from their water bodies. They undergo complete metamorphosis with aquatic larvae and short-lived adults. These insects play a significant role in aquatic ecosystems, serving as both predators and prey. Let's take a closer look at the fascinating world of Megaloptera. Development. Megaloptera, like Neuroptera, are wholly metabolous insects, undergoing a complete transformation from egg to larva to pupa to adult. The larvae, also known as hylgromites, are aquatic and predaceous, living in the freshwater environments. They go through several instars, growing and molting as they feed on other aquatic insects and invertebrates. When fully grown, the larva emerges from the pupa, typically with a short lifespan focused on reproduction. This complete metamorphosis with distinct larval, pupal, and adult stages is why Megaloptera are classified as holometabolous. Antennae. The antennae of Megaloptera are notable for their length and slender shape, typically being as long as or longer than the head and thorax combined. The filiform antennae are composed of many segments, allowing for flexibility and sensitivity. They play a crucial role in sensory perception, aiding in detection of the environment and mate location characteristic of the order's distinctive morphology. Parts. Megaloptera have chewing mouth parts adapted for their predatory lifestyle as larvae and berry feeding habits as adults. The larvae have well-developed mandibles and maxillae, used for capturing and consuming prey in aquatic environments. In contrast, adult Megaloptera obtain herbaceous or non-functional mouthparts, with some species not feeding at all, focusing primarily on reproduction during their short lifespan. Wings. Megaloptera have two pairs of long, membranous wings with many crossbands, held rope-like over the body at rest. The wings are similar in texture with the anal area of the hindwing, folding or crumpling when not in use. This distinctive wing structure is a key characteristic of the order.
Third is Rapidioptera. The name Rapidioptera comes from the Greek words rapidio, meaning needle, and priton, meaning wing, referring to the elongated prothorax and their wings. The name reflects the distinctive elongated prothorax of these insects, which is a characteristic of the group. Rapidioptera development. Rapidioptera, commonly known as snake flies, are holometabolous insects, meaning they undergo a complete metamorphosis with 4 distinct stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. This means that the young look very different from the adults and go through a dramatic transformation to become adults. The larvae are predaceous, feeding on small arthropods and typically develop under bark or in crevices.
The larval stage can last for 1 to several years, depending on the species and environmental factors. Before pupation, the larva prepares a pupation chamber, often in a protected location. The pupal stage is usually short, lasting a few weeks, after which the adults emerge. Adults are also predaceous and are known for their distinctive elongated pronotum and snake-like head movements. The entire cycle life can span from 1 to several years depending on the species and environmental conditions. Next is antennae. Rhapidoptera have distinctive antennae that are typically long and filiform, often with a notable number of segments. The antennae are usually longer than the head and thorax combined, and are thought to be important sensory organs, helping the insects to detect and navigate their environment. The antennae are also often used in courtship and mating behaviors. In some species, the antennae may be modified or specialized, but overall, they are key characteristics of Rhapidoptera morphology. Next is the mouth parts. Rhapidoptera or snakeflies have mouth parts that are adapted for chewing and biting, typically of predaceous insects. The mandibles are well developed and strong, allowing the insects to feed on a variety of small arthropods and other invertebrates. The maxillae and labium are also present, forming a functional mouthpart conflicts. Next one is the wings. Rhapidoptera or snakeflies are characterized by their two pairs of wings, which are typically similar in shape and size. The wings are often held roof-like over the body when at rest. The venation pattern is convex, with numerous cross veins, and is an important characteristic for identifying species within the order. The wings are also relatively narrow and elongated, allowing for agile flight and maneuverability.
In summary, Neuroptera, also known as nerve-wing insects, are helpful predators with net-like wings. Megaloptera or big-winged insects have aquatic larvae and include dobson flies. Rhapidoptera, called snake flies, are forest predators with long necks and narrow wings.
Three orders play a crucial role in controlling other insects as predators.